Welcome to Rocksolid Productions, where in this video we are going to talk about 5 accessories or add-ons you may want to pick up for your Nintendo Switch or Nintendo Switch Lite after getting one for the holidays. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, welcome to Rocksolid Productions. Now, if this is your first time to the channel, I just want to take a second and say thanks for stopping by and checking out what we have going on here on the channel. If you like what you see here, if you want to see more, check out some of the other videos we have here on the channel, including exclusive playlists just for the Switch and the Switch Lite, some how-tos, tips and tricks, tutorials, reviews, and more. If you really like what you see here, do me a favor and do other independent creators here on YouTube a favor too. Because YouTube, they're doing some crummy things right now where they're unsubscribing people from channels, they're censoring people. It's just not a fun time right now. If you have an independent creator that you know, that you like, and you want to show them some support, make sure that you leave a comment on the video, that you hit that thumbs up button, that you hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. That kind of helps independent creators like myself in the algorithm. And what I want to know, comment-wise, what's your favorite Switch game? Let me know down in the comments. So I'm sure many of you have gotten a Switch or Switch Lite for the holidays, whether Hanukkah, Christmas, any other reasons, birthdays, so on and so forth. And there's a lot of different things that they do great right out of the box. There's also things, well, you may want to pick up some accessories down the road to make sure that you are getting the most out of your Switch or your Switch Lite. And I've gotten quite a few accessories over the years for the original Switch and now for the Switch Lite, and I do have some recommendations, and that's where we're going to get started first and foremost. Now, out of the box, both of them, they're great systems. Whether you're playing in handheld or docked mode, they're just so much fun to play. Now, if you do have a Switch and you want to be able to play with more people, you can go ahead, pick up some extra Joy-Cons, which would be an option for you. Or the other thing you could do is pick up an actual dedicated controller, such as I have the one here. This is the KMD Pro Controller. We also have Nintendo's very own Pro Controller that I've modified to make look like a Super Nintendo controller. These provide a lot better control and ergonomics over using the original Joy-Cons in a Joy-Con grip. Now, some controllers you do lose some features, like the KMD controller here. You can't use Amiibos with this. It just doesn't support it. But Nintendo's own Pro Controller, you can do that. So if Amiibo support is important to you, pick up the OEM Pro Controller from Nintendo. It's excellent. It's expensive, but it's excellent. You don't care about Amiibo support, but you want things like rumble feedback, and you want good ergonomics and everything. Like I say, I really like this KMD controller here. I'll have links to it down below in a pinned post. Now, if you do pick up extra controllers, my next recommendation is a charging dock for those controllers. Whether or not you're charging extra Joy-Cons, the Pro Controller itself, or other accessories, there are great charging units that are out there, like the one that I have, that has the Mario insignia on it. What's great about things like this is it helps declutter your space. You don't just leave your controller laying around to get nagged at by a spouse that, why is this laying here? This shouldn't be here. And then you look to find to play it the next time and they put it in a table where it shouldn't be. What's up with that? Totally hypothetical, by the way. Charging stands, what's nice about them too, like the one that I have, is it'll charge both Joy-Cons and my Pro Controller. Unfortunately, there's none that I have found that will charge third-party controllers, but that's because they have such an oddball, unique shape from one manufacturer to the next to the next. So something to consider. Now, what I really like about the Switch and the Switch Lite more so is the portability factor, especially on that Switch Lite. I like the fact that I can take it and play console quality games anywhere I go. Now, the one thing that I'm always worried about is what happens if my Switch is in my backpack and my laptop lands on it hard or something along those lines. And that is where you would want to consider picking up some kind of a transportation case, such as this one here from Hyperkin. And in addition to that, also a grip case like this guy here, also from Hyperkin. So on this case here, it does have elastic straps that keep the Switch Lite down in the unit itself. It has storage for accessories and for games in the top of it here too. I actually took this with me when I went to the Portland Retro Gaming Expo in 2019. Super convenient to use. Now, in addition, Up until now, just for this demonstration, my Switch Lite has lived in this grip case from Hyperkin since I got it. I love the fact it has storage for 2 cartridges molded into the back of it. I love the overall feel that this has, and quite frankly, the fact that it's the same basic color as my Switch Lite. If you have small hands that are using these on the regular, I would definitely recommend some kind of a silicone skin or the grip case, and then of course the transportation case here as well. Now, the grip case will fit in this case here mounted to the Switch, so you don't have to take it on and off if you are transporting it. Now, while those are for the Switch Lite, there's very similar ones for the Switch too, so something that you may want to consider. Now, another thing to consider too is, along with being portable, the fact that you may want to play the Switch on more than one television. And Nintendo does offer their OEM dock sold separately. So if you wanted to have one in a kid's bedroom and in the living room, you can move them back and forth. The problem with that is the Switch OEM dock, it's not cheap. It's $90, it's big, it's bulky, it's not very convenient. If you do go on a vacation somewhere, you go to an uncle, aunt, grandparent's house, you want to take the Switch with you, it's not convenient to transport. That's where companies such as Hyperkin and ChargeN Pro, along with a few others, do have these third-party docks. Now this is the S64, and as you can see, kind of looks like a Nintendo 64. And then this is the ChargeN Pro Stingray. Now both are considerably smaller than the OEM dock. Neither of them come with a power supply, and that's important. See, the first year the Switch came out, a number of manufacturers came out with third-party docks just like this. What we found is several systems, well not several, many systems were getting damaged or bricked by using third-party docks. So it created the concern that using a third-party dock would ruin your system. The issue was never the dock. The issue was in the third party's power supplies that they were utilizing. They were out of spec and producing the wrong voltage and the wrong current to go into the system. And that was causing a fuse basically to blow inside of the Switch, from my understanding. With both of these systems, both of these docks, with any third-party dock, basically, my recommendation would be to pick up another OEM Nintendo power supply. That way you know what you have is going to work. It is designed to spec to work properly. The final recommendation that I have here in our 5 recommendations for what to get for accessories for the Switch Lite, it's actually kind of twofold one. First and foremost, Nintendo eShop gift cards. What's nice about these is you can go ahead and access the vast library of games that are on the eShop quickly and easily and download them to your Switch. Now with this, they're available in a number of different denominations just depending on how invested you want to get. I'm a bigger fan of physical over digital, but I still pick these up from time to time because when you can get a halfway decent game for under $3, why not? In addition to the eShop gift cards, the other one I would recommend would be a 1-year subscription to the Nintendo Online service. What you're seeing behind me is one of the bonuses that you get by doing that 1-year subscription, and that is access to the NES Online storefront. Basically what they have is a number of titles for the NES and the Super NES that you can play on the go on your Switch. Now, they don't disappear. So once they are here, and you have them to play as long as your account is active. For $20 a year, this is a great bonus on top of being able to play games online. So for example, if you are a fan of Super Smash Ultimate, you can play online if you do that 1-year membership, and it's only $20. You are getting far more value than just $20 just for the Super NES and the NES games that you have access to. And there's a way that you can save on both, just the regular eShop cards and the Switch Online service. Basically, Sam's Club, they sell these. You can get them cheaper there. Target, if you have the Target Red Card, debit or credit card, you can save 5% when you buy these gift cards. And recently, Target has even done where if you buy one card, you get a second for 10% off, and then you can get another 5% off on top of that. So it is just a great value for you to add to your Switch or your Switch Lite. Now, if you do have both a Switch and a Switch Lite, it is possible to share content, save data, and the online store between both of them. I have a video outlining just how to do that. Check it out. I will have it linked right up there for you. Final thing, now those are 5, if you are a fan of gaming in general, if you like the Nintendo Online service, if you're kind of looking for that extra little bonus thing, if you're looking for an add-on, go pick up a retro game console. Go pick up a Super Retro Trio 3 Plus. Go pick up a Retron HD2. Get back into retro gaming in addition to the modern. I love getting back into this hobby so much in the 4 or 5 years since I've been back involved in it. I've always been a gamer, but now getting back into the old stuff as well, it's been so much fun. And there's so many inexpensive ways that you can do it too. So just as another little thing to consider too. These are 5 things that I really recommend that you pick up for the Switch or the Switch Lite. Now I know other people might suggest like screen protectors or other cartridge carrying cases, headphones, microphones, things along those lines. Let me know what are some of your favorite accessories that you would recommend for the Nintendo Switch or Switch Lite. If you have any comments or questions, recommendations that you're looking for, you can also go ahead and email me at rocksolidmail@gmail.com. Hit me up on Twitter at RockSolidStudios, Facebook at facebook.com/RockSolidProductions, and Instagram at instagram.com/RockSolidProductionsGK. Now, you can also help support the future of Rock Solid Productions in a couple of different ways. First and foremost, you can go ahead, head on over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/rocksolid. For as little as $1 a month, $12 a year, you do get early access to all of our video content, exclusive content, and more. You can also go ahead and head on over to our Teespring store on screen right now too, where you can pick up Rock Solid Productions t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, and more that all feature the Rock Solid Productions logo on there. Also, if you are looking to pick up some retro and modern accessories for your Switch or for other gaming systems as well, head on over to CastlemaniaGames.com. One of the cool things about CastlemaniaGames.com is what's called Castle Cash, where the more you spend, the more you save towards future purchases. It's essentially a loyalty program. And Ryan's got a ton of these accessories there for sale on the store. One of the cool things with Castle Cash too is the fact that it works like cash. So where some promo codes may or may not work, Castle Cash, it always works. Speaking of promo codes, if you do head on over there, if you use promo code ROCKSOLID10, you can save 10% off of most items on the website. Some items are excluded, however. And finally, like I mentioned at the top of this video, if you like what you see here, if you want to see more, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and that bell notification. That way, each and every time we do upload new content, you're kept the most up to date. I love my Switch and my Switch Lite. Okay, it's my wife's Switch Lite. She likes to correct me on that one. But I do love these systems, and they are so much fun to play and collect for. And there's a number of great things that you can do to just take it to that next level. I hope you found this video helpful. Again, if you did, hit that thumbs up button. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you soon.